Welcome to another episode of Zero Ales and Hockey Tales with Wally. And today I am so excited to have on a 30-year-old from Jackson Hole, Wyoming, USA, a seventh rounder of the Chicago Blackhawks. His hockey journey has taken him to the USA, Fehérvar of Hungary, beautiful Whitewater, Germany, or Weisswasser, the Shed's Honey Hole, Cardiff, Wales, and now Denmark with the Blue Foxes of Herning. He is a Shed legend, and he's been showered with Twix all over the world and started a Legs and Eggs movement, as well as a Shed Boost clothing line. He returns for a record seventh time in the Shed and has brought 6,502 folks to the Shed, most recently as an EIHL playoff champion, and had a hockey team named after him in Portland with the Winterhawks, where he is also a legend. Welcome back to the Shed, Mac Carruth.
Thanks for having me. Good to be here. Good to be here.
Been a while. I think the last one was like, geez, it was like 50 episodes ago.
You've been cranking them out. Yeah. My buddy back home got a new job. He said when he runs out of podcasts, like you got 6 or 7 lined up, so he's ready to go.
Well, thanks. That if I'm what I guess I'm like his 5th choice. Whenever he runs out of pods, thanks, buddy. And speaking of your buddies from back home, AJ Sanders, gonna have him on in the Shed, but I'm waiting for my my Jackson Hole Moose swag still. He's not coming to the Shed till I got some swag.
I'll get the old man on it. Him and the old man had a falling out, so I got to get the old man on it. So
dear. Jeepers.
Yeah, big fiasco in Jackson Hole, a little drama, but
you know what? Drama happens all over the hockey world, is what I'm realizing in the Shed.
Oh yes, it all comes out in the Shed after hours.
It's wild. It's like every weekend there's drama different places that I used to not know anything about. Okay, I get into how we know each other. We had a raffle together for your nephew, Teddy Ballgame, right? For hemophilia.
Yep.
And we're having another raffle, folks, and there's only 2 days left for Rich Bateman. That jersey is the last one that I haven't given away or sold. And it's up for raffle at aleshockeytales.com to raise money for Rich Bateman, who suffered a severe stroke and needs some good rehab to help make his life better and his family's life better. So please buy tickets at aleshockeytales.com. They're only £2 a piece, you know? Shed family, but we've already sold over 300 tickets, so I think that's really neat.
Pretty good.
Yeah, I think so. So anyways, that's how we know each other. Okay, we also, my top selling t-shirt off the Ales Hockey Tales website is Legs and Eggs.
Legs and Eggs.
So I guess that started with you, right? Way back when.
Yeah, I mean, we'll give Wazzy, we'll give him a little shout out. He probably started it. He was the captain there. You had
Matthew Waugh, yeah,
yeah.
Which he just was named captain of the Glasgow Clan. Way to go, Shed guy, and we're gonna have him back on soon.
Was he not captain last year?
He was a coach. I don't know if that's a step laterally or I think he was player coach last year. Now he's captain, but now Dicko's the player coach, right?
Okay.
I don't know. Drama, right? In the hockey world. You never know what's going on anymore. But I think that's what's happening there. So yeah, you guys, he did start Legs and Eggs, but yeah. He
started it. We brought it to the public eye.
Well, all I'd say is I think it's pretty neat what's all gone on in the 200 or so episodes we've done. And this is my tale for today. I was on my way to pick up the posters from 100 to 200 about, and I'm going to put them up in the Shed. And it's like 5 minutes away. I'm on my way there. Radio decides to play Good Day for Living. And I'm like, holy shit, how'd this happen right now? So then I'm like, isn't it weird how everything's just worked out these 200 episodes? And we got Twix thrown at Karuth and Cardiff. We got Buenos for the boys. We had Kit Kat Get That with Mosey. And I was thinking about all the fun shit we've done. I was getting all choked up like a big wussy. And then I pull up in front of the poster place, and Good Day for Living's just ending. I'm like, holy moly, I got the chills. I'm all choked up. And then I get out to go pick up my posters. Closed for the day. Oh, shoot. I was going to show them to you. I was pretty excited, but Yeah. So I guess it didn't work out like
Good
planned.
vibes, though. Good
Yeah.
vibes.
Yeah. I was feeling it all the way there.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, we have had fun though, eh? This is your 7th time in the shed.
Once a week, really.
Well, I didn't even know you till
One
like
for every day of the week.
episode 80 or so, give or take. But speaking of starting when you and Mosey called it a shed boost, I find hockey players play better when they're happy. And I think talking in my shed made me a lot happier. And I think it helps players feel better, right?
That's what
And
it's all about.
you guys said shed boost, right?
Yep, all about being happy, man.
It is. And the first time you guys brought up shed boost, there was a Devils fan. I think I've told the story before, but he got a shed boost t-shirt made in Belfast the next day. It was an underground t-shirt, folks. It was not authentic from the shed, right? This guy just went to a mall and got a shed boost one made up. Well, folks, that's bad karma, right? That night you got pulled and a young buck from Belfast came over and gave you a Twix, right?
Tried to. Yeah.
Right. You weren't feeling
There
it.
were some other things yelled at me while that was going on, but I'll be the bad guy, I guess,
Well, I think it's really fun that talking to the shed could bring the hockey world together like that. A little Belfast kid's coming over to give you a Twix,
yeah.
right? That's fun though. That's hockey, right?
Oh, it was good. They paid to be there. They can yell whatever they want. It's good.
It's just not nice, folks. You don't have to be that mean. I don't know why everybody's so mean to the goalies, right?
I like it. I think it's good. Like that's old school hockey, right? Like that's.
I agree. You
fans
need a
want to
little
get
passion, right?
Fans want to take their anger out on me through a pane of glass. That's fantastic.
Wow. I still thought that kid was funny,
Oh yeah, it was great. Yeah.
And that folks, that's why you get your shirts at aleshockeytales.com, not the mall, right?
Not the mall.
No, that's bad karma, folks. Bad. That's not good for the hockey gods. They don't like that shit. So you're in Denmark now.
Yep. In Denmark. Before we
do they sell Twix though?
Oh, they sell Twix. Yeah. Same, probably the same brand as like Germany. The UK brand's more like America, right? They got the different sugars in
different
there.
Varieties and whatnot.
Well, no, not the variety. Well, the UK, that's the most variety I've ever seen. Like the stuff that
you had a lot thrown at you last year, didn't you?
Yeah, there was some variety of stuff I've never seen before coming out of the Twix company, but yeah, different regulations in the EU for what they can throw in candy bars, so
okay.
Don't want to start any rumors, but before we move on from Cardiff, just want to shout out to Baz. He had a little tweet video thing he put out the other day. Just want to shout out that he's doing all right. And
yeah, I wrote to him too. I reached out after I saw that too. Yeah.
He's a good dude.
Really he is a good dude. Yeah, he's a shed guy. He came on with the fans there. And he's a great guy. And yeah, hope you're doing well, buddy. Right?
Exactly.
And we're here if you want to chat.
Exactly.
So do you think the Herning Blue Fox fans can get behind Twix?
I don't know. We'll see. There's the front office would probably like it.
I would think it would be just good for everybody. It's fun, folks. It's fun to throw chocolate bars on the ice at your goalie. I don't see fun is fun, right?
Yeah, we got to get it started. We have our first home game Friday for the regular season. So
who are you playing?
Hopefully we can get a big win buzzing there, but we'll see. I don't know how to pronounce any of the names, so I'm not even going to try and butcher that.
Okay, you're just playing the games. That's cool. That's what I did a lot.
Well, too. I know who we're playing, but there's no way I'm saying that correctly. So
it's not Sunderyuski.
Sunderyuski? No, not.
No. Okay. Well, if there's any Herning Blue Fox fans listening, or any Danish fans in the league, Sunderyuski, if you're listening, if Karuth runs amok with your team this year, give him some Twix. He deserves it. Right? And Herning, if he runs amok, throw some Twix at him. Guy wants it. He likes it.
Sales.
And it's fun.
Sales in the building.
Bringing the hockey world together, folks, one Twix at a time, right?
Exactly.
It started in Hungary, folks. We didn't start this, but the shed endorsed it. And we moved it on to Cardiff, where I think it got bigger and better. And now it's your turn, Denmark. Do you guys have fun or not? Right?
Gotta have some fun out here.
I think so. So
it sounds pretty nice though, man. I don't know. Mosey was kind of beaking it a little bit, but it Sounds nice. Good little
See,
walking street.
I don't know the town because like the rink was like outside, right? It's just by
Yeah, the
farmers
rink's a bit
fields.
outside, probably like 5 minutes, but I
So
guess if you
I
don't.
never saw the town. I just saw the rink and I would like do my walk around, check out the farmers fields before a game. That was about it.
Yeah, like the women's Worlds was just here in our building.
Really?
And yeah, they ran amok on the walking street after US Canada final. They both took over 2 separate bars and just took her
had
deep,
at it.
Yeah.
Good for them. Well,
Yeah.
after a hard tournament, you got to let your hair down, gals, right?
Such a weird tournament for them. They'll beat every other team 9-1, and then
they just wait for the
play
finals.
Yeah, they play 2 games against each other where they just bury each other.
Yeah. And then they get after it.
And then they go have a few beers.
Yeah, no, it would be, and it's every year the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So is there gals playing hockey in Denmark? Have you witnessed that yet?
I haven't seen, I mean, there's obviously like youth people running around the rink, but I haven't seen any like
right. Because like just so folks that don't know, Herning, Denmark is a hockey factory.
Oh yeah.
A lot of players have came out of there, man. And it's a small town, right?
Yeah. I don't know the exact number, but it's like probably like 30,000 or something.
That's what I was going to go with. And the amount of people that have made it to pro, but the NHL yet too, right? I can't think of them. Research team isn't that good, but I'm pretty sure that guy that played for Winnipeg, the little at Ehlers, right? He's from there.
Yeah. Oliver Bjorkstrand. He just got traded to Seattle.
His old man was the coach when we beat them in game 7. Sorry, folks.
Yeah. Now he's in Norway. He won last year in Norway. And then his oldest son, I believe, won in Denmark. He's playing in Denmark. Their team won here in Denmark. The Bjorkstrand's just winners, man.
Yeah. Well, I heard I guess conflicting reports when it came to imports and how he likes to bring in a lot of them. That's
a lot of them.
Like, yeah, extras you could call them.
Okay. Just in case you don't work out.
Just so you can health bomb a couple and whatnot.
Yeah.
Maybe make some changes throughout the season. That's what I heard about it. But they did play very hard, and that best of 7 against them was as serious as hockey gets. And
no, I've heard he demands a lot out of his team, which for me is fine. Some guys not so much.
Yeah, and so he's in Norway now, though. You're not playing for a Bjorkstrand.
No, they just won the league in Norway last year. They're in the CHL
so
this year.
Who is your coach?
Pekka. He's a Finnish guy.
Oh, I got that. Sorry, I got that written down on the notes here because I'm curious about this. I think this is the first coaching staff I've ever heard of this. Head coach, Finn. Assistant coach, Canadian. Goalie
Danish
coach,
too,
Danish.
Dan, the Canadian, is Danish as well. I believe he married a Danish woman.
That doesn't make him Danish.
Well, he speaks fluent.
That still doesn't make him one.
I don't know.
That's like the last guy, Ty Morris in Germany. He ain't a German, man. He's playing the part. He's playing the game.
He's married in.
Yeah.
He's got a couple of kids that one kid plays in the Swiss league, played a couple games in the show. Like their family's pretty good at hockey.
This is the assistant coach?
Yeah, the assistant coach, and his kid plays in Odense. Used to play here, but so he's got a few boys ripping around the leagues. But
I was getting at though is usually Finn head coach brings in a Finn assistant.
Oh yeah,
coach.
usually they bring in their buddies for sure. Yeah,
and then it's all Finnish imports, which you guys have. You guys have a Finn, a Latvian, a Swede, a Brit, a Scant. What do I got there? 3 Canadians and 1 American.
Yeah. We got
Jackson
2
Hole, Wyoming folks.
Finns. We got Mishka and Simo. Beauties.
Yeah.
Great dudes. Yeah.
The Finns are?
Oh yeah.
They get after it?
No. Like not as much as like I've seen in the past from Finns, you know.
The one we brought to Sunderjuski in my time in Denmark, the Finn that came there. Holy moly, could he get after it?
I think when they do get after it, they do have a good time.
It was full go. We would go to like, it's just a little bar, right? Like everybody knows everybody. And this guy was like 35 years old. And we're just having like a normal night sitting at a table at the bar, having a few beers. And he got so totaled. There was a live band. He was falling into the guitarist. He was hitting the drums. He was rolling around on the dance floor. It was a mess.
The lights are on, but no one is home.
And one time he got naked at the bowling alley. Yeah, interesting. But yeah, so you guys got a lot of different imports from different places, eh?
Yeah, we got Perlini from the UK.
Right. I had that written down. So he's on the British national team, eh?
Yeah, if you hear anybody stomping around upstairs, it's for sure him.
Oh, is that him? Well, tell him I want him in my shed. He went to Michigan State, eh?
Michigan State boy, yeah.
I wonder if we would have anything to talk about. Don't know if I'll be able to relate with him.
Bunch of college nerds.
Yeah, no, we have a lot of fun. But hey, why don't we bring that up now? Speaking of your junior team, they named a hockey team after you. Team Karuth.
Little Neely Cup.
So what, Cam Neely played for that team?
Cam Neely, yeah, it's like a big tradition there. When the new ownership took over, well, I guess they're new now again because they left, but Mike Johnson, the coach there, great human being. They started the Cam Neely Cup for training camp, and then they would name
a team after a legend.
The 4 teams after ex-players, like usually guys that are in the NHL or whatever.
That got you hot and bothered, didn't it?
Yeah, got me all fired up. They'd maybe do a video. The outtakes from this video I had to do. Oh boy. Like if anyone's asked me for videos for like birthday wishes and stuff, you should have my wife send you like the outtakes or the bloopers because it is a train wreck. There's some F-bombs thrown in there. There's like, I am just so hard on myself if I mess up, and it is pretty funny. But
I've heard you can be hard on yourself.
Got it done. I got it done, so it was good. But the boys lost in shootouts in the finals. So
they lost in a shootout in the finals. Did that hurt from all the way over in Denmark?
Yeah. I just like took a knife out of my stomach.
What team did they won though? Team Ratty. Ty Ratty, I guess.
Ty Ratty, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's cool that you got a team named after you. I would have been all wound up if that sort of thing happened, you know.
I'm getting a t-shirt sent out somewhere. I don't know. It's probably back in the States, but
speaking of the videos you got to make though, there has been a few times over the last couple of years where like for guys, big games or whatever, you got to make a video. And I just go with the first time I do it. Cause if I try it a second time, it'll be like, well, that one didn't work either. I could do better. And then it's like, you know what? I'm just setting the first one. I'm not overthinking this.
3 hours of just, cause I thought it had to be 2-3 minutes long. And then you forget things that you like. Yeah, it's bad.
I wanted to say this to him, or I wanted to say that to him. And then it's like,
take a joke in one, which is really good. And then you can't remember it the rest of the time. And then,
yeah. And or like sometimes because you're a wussy, you like get choked up talking about your buddy. And then you're like, I can't send that. I look like such a wussy. Right? It's like I just got choked up going to pick up posters at town. Like, get a grip, Walton, right? Yeah. So that's cool that happened though. So every year they'll have a different guys next year. Or do you think you can?
Yeah, they'll have different guys.
Shoot, that stinks. Oh,
okay. A couple record holders this year or something. I don't know.
So where I'm moving on. Where and what are you doing now?
Where and what? Pardon?
Where and what are you doing now? I ask everybody that.
Herning, Denmark. Just like they say on the interweb there, I'm running on 4 cups of coffee and a fucking dream right now.
Yeah.
Dropped my wife off at the airport at 3 a.m. She had a 6 a.m. flight to head to Amsterdam and then to Houston to meet our new nephew.
So she's been over there for a while, that she's already turned around going back.
Yeah, well, we were here for 2 weeks, and then she went and visited her buddy Gemma in Cardiff.
Which I met her small hockey world when I went over to the
she's
testimonial.
a good time, eh?
She came up and introduced herself.
Yeah, she's great. So shout out to her. And then so they were there for a week, hanging out, having a couple beers. They watched the game, and then was back here for 2 weeks. And then now she's in Houston. So world traveler, that one. Yeah. But yeah, I'm riding solo for 2 weeks here. But
so without getting the tour of your apartment, can I just guess what it's probably like?
All right, give me the bullet points.
Okay. You got pretty much all furniture from IKEA. Little fridge with an even littler freezer. Just a tiny little kitchen table, 2 bedrooms. You asked for 2 bedrooms just in case for when people come to visit.
We asked for 2 bedrooms. We do not have 2 bedrooms.
Shoot.
That was a tough bounce there, but fridge is huge. and we have a deep freezer, like
Shut
the
up.
ones that you open up, like the cube thing.
Really?
Huge living room, hardwood floors, like Danish hardwood floors, like pretty like.
This doesn't sound like living on Clovervise Street in Voyets.
No, it's probably one of the bigger apartments I've lived in Europe for sure, though. And then Bella, the dog, has a huge backyard that we just let her out. So
Really? You're not in like an apartment. You have a yard.
oh yeah, we're in the hockey house, I like to call it.
So Perlini's above you.
Yeah, Perlini's above me, and then we got another Canadian, Philip is on the top floor. He's in the attic.
Oh yeah. His name was like Italian or something, like Mariachi or Mariucci or something, right?
Yeah, just a little Italian in him, just a little bit.
So they I've been to Denmark before, so they didn't lose your dog en route.
No, well, she flies in the plane with me, like on.
How do you pull that off? Your dog's big.
Because I'm a psycho. I have to have a dog with me.
Oh,
she's a psychiatric service dog.
Is that right?
That is right.
My dog had to go below the plane, and they lost it connecting from Frankfurt to Hamburg.
Oh,
and the GM was being real nice, came to pick up his big signing, and then we had missed a first connection, so we're on the next flight. So he's already waiting there a couple hours. He's a bit steamed, and then when we do land, our dog's not there, right? Like it's not there. So wife wasn't too thrilled. I sure wasn't either, but I was trying to like find out where the dog was, and they called Frankfurt, and they're like, that dog's not there. That dog's not here. And we're like, the GM's like, we gotta go. I've been here for hours. And I'm like, well, we're not leaving without our dog, so we're gonna keep waiting. And then they found out that the dog was on, in fact, the next flight to Hamburg. So he did end up making it. So yeah, that was a stressful day.
Yeah, they're not fun. Those airports with anything extra that you need like help with, it's just a train wreck.
Oof. Yeah, way back that last time, I think we had 9 hockey bags. But
Mosey lost everything on the way out here, so
yeah. Anyways, it's nice your dog's up there with you though. Really, that's a big dog to be up there with you. So what, it got its own seat or it's on the floor?
Yeah, we usually get our own row, like in the middle there, the four banger. They just give us a roll maybe towards the back that's not used. So
well played.
Then Bella will lay at the feet, and then my wife will lay across the seats, and I'll have a couple glasses of wine.
Yep. Well, they are free across the pond, right?
They are free.
Yep. So first thoughts of Denmark so far. First thoughts of the Danish hockey.
It's quick.
Skilled,
skating,
fast, not much body checking.
Skating. I got some opinions on some of the stuff, but
like they say the compete level, maybe.
Compete level's high for sure.
Good.
The no fighting is a bit of an issue.
Oh, is there some cheap shots out there? Nobody can do nothing about it.
God.
Really? I don't recall any cheap shots in Denmark. I thought it was like, hey man, sorry. Did I bump into you? Oh, my bad. See you.
Guys are just taking runs at each other. Like
what?
see the numbers hit the gas. Like, and
there was only one guy in that league that he did run amok of the league. He was a big fella that if you passed it and he was 5 seconds away, he would still run through you. Mike Douglas. I don't know if he's still in the league. That guy would concuss a lot of little Danish boys. But like I thought teams, if you wanted to win in that league, if you could get a pretty tough team, I don't think the other teams would want to hang with you,
Yeah, if you drop your gloves, it's a game. Like you
really
get kicked out the rest of the game. So
yeah, I don't think I saw a fight while I was there, I guess, eh?
Yeah, the gloves are mom and dad sold their gloves on out here, so they're not coming.
So it's a lot of wrestling and punching.
Yeah, it's a lot of face washing, and it's not
really
it's not hockey. So
no, a little different, eh?
Yeah, but it is what it is. I shouldn't be fighting anyway, so it doesn't matter.
So the research team was trying to get hot, and like your team said they had played 2 games, but then there's no goalie stats. Have you guys played games?
Yeah, I played both. Yeah, we won in Odense in overtime. And then we just lost to the reindeers.
The Rungstead Reindeers.
Yeah, the reindeers. We lost to the reindeers 3-2. We were up 2-1 going to the third, and then a couple bad penalties late in the game. And they're little number 90 on their team is pretty good below the goal line, finding guys for one tease to go bar down on me from inside the hash marks. It's pretty fun.
Isn't it interesting when you go to different leagues and then you see some players that you're like, this guy's really good at this one thing, and it's like, I've never seen that shit before.
Yeah, the difference in this league is most guys can bring it if they have time. We're nothing against like the British league, but guys are putting pucks away like hard. It's good. It's wild.
Yeah, Thomas Spelling is the Danish kid I played with. He's like a legend over there. He was like on my line for a bit, and he could really shoot it. That's when I realized these kids were using the technology of the stick, and like the way he could shoot it, and it would just like, man, he would really whip her.
Yeah, the boys in practice. Yeah, it's a shooting gallery out there.
Mm-hmm.
Games are a bit different, obviously, but yeah, practice, it's a different ball game than last year.
Who this is a rumor I've heard from an agent that perhaps your GM listened to the shed visits before signing you.
Fact.
Who's your GM?
I'm not sure if it's like a GM. It's more like a board. I guess the GM was released or stepped down or something at the end of last year, and like a board more or less over a group of humans.
So that'll be
fill that void. They did a lot of research, I guess. They listened to every episode that I was on prior to that signing. So they knew some stories going in.
Yeah, that's actually someone said that to me a couple weeks ago. They're like, I feel like I know you a lot better than like you realize because of all the shit they hear me say on here.
Yeah.
So thanks all the guys that have come on and opened up to me in the shed, because that really is the only way that this happens, and that's what I was thinking about when I was getting all choked up on the way to the posters. But that's really cool. So there's not one single guy that was listening to them. It was the whole board, because whoever it was, come to my shed and talk to me. And who is it?
Daniel's the name of the guy that listened to it for sure.
Tell him to come to my shed and I'll talk to him.
Yeah.
I'd love to.
Love it, actually.
I would like to. I like talking to everybody. And
we'd probably like to get a few of the boys on. He wants to grow the market out here a bit, for Herning,
and it starts with the Twix, folks. Get behind it. Let's get this bumping. And you know what? I'd love to have some Danish fellas on. I had Anders Overmark Larson on from my Sunderjyski days, but then there's a couple other Danish fellas I reached out to, and that they're just a bit timid. They just said they're not podcast guys, and I'm like, you are, because you can talk to me and we're friends. And they're like, I really can't do it. They're timid.
You got a few characters. We got a few characters that would be pretty funny on here. So if some of them might get a little loose if we can rein them in a bit. But.
Well, we'll try and get that guy above you on too, right? The Brits will like that. That's that's like 2 for 1, right? We're hitting both markets with that.
He's a superstar in Britain, man. He's like one of their top guys on that team, man.
Yeah, and when the research team got hot, it looks like he's from a real hockey family, you could say.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Dad's not bad. Brother's not bad either.
So you've played Rungstead.
Yep.
Any other road games? Where have you been so far? Do you
know? The Iceberg. That was our last.
The Iceberg.
Yeah, ESBJ.
Oh, Esberg. Espia.
Yeah, that one. Yeah.
Espia. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think, did they get a new rink too? I heard they got a new rink too. Everybody did.
Yeah, it's pretty nice. Yeah. It's pretty nice. Locker room's a bit small, but like the rink's nice.
Okay. Yeah, no.
Nothing compared to like Manchester or anything. Like let's pump the brakes here when I say small.
Yeah, that Manchester rink is one of a kind still in the hockey world, really.
Wild. You see the Cardiff score there?
I did, yeah. But you know what? That doesn't even make me feel good, because I'm a big Matt Ginn fan and Ryan Finnerty. So
he'll get him going.
Yeah. It's just getting started, right? Yeah. It's tough though on a team playing in a rink like that with not much budget to really make things happen, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
just do your best, right?
Everyone's trying.
So you start this week, so they still have like the Pokal in the regular season, right?
Yeah.
Herning, the way I know them is we did beat them in game 7 that year. I don't know if I've brought it up yet, but that gold helmet right there, that's that one. That's what you're playing for this year, Mac. I don't know if you knew that.
Oh, I know. I'm looking to bring one back here.
Well, they've always had good goalies there. I remember the year we played them. There was some European fella, Pizar or something. And then their backup goalie was this young fella that was really tiny, George Sorensen. He was a goaltender too. They've had some tenders in that place over the years.
Yeah, hopefully I can follow suit there.
Yeah. Who was their goalie last year?
Some Swedish kid, I think it's Hughes or Muse or something like that. I don't know.
Okay. So you got a Danish goalie coach, right?
Yeah, Ernie. You ever heard of Frederick Anderson?
Yeah.
That's his dad.
Okay. So he might know a thing or two.
Yeah, he knows the feeling. He's like so mellow cruiser, which is like obviously the exact opposite of me.
I thought they were from Frederikshavn.
Nope, Herning.
Everybody's from Herning, eh?
And his little brother is the back, or I wouldn't even call it like my goalie partner, one of the 3 of us.
Really? Because I have there's one goalie with the name Thor.
Yeah.
I just rung a bell because like I used to dress up as Thor naked and do pregame speeches, right? So
he's got Thor on his helmet, just getting painted today.
Oh, wow. We've been off track here. Okay. We're getting back on the rails now. Okay. Poster picks. You just made me think of it.
Poster picks. Here you go.
Your new helmet. Okay. For Herning this season. On the back, you have SM18 and JC15. What's that?
A couple of friends and legends in Jackson Hole, moose hockey that have passed away a little too young. So most recently was Spencer Morton, rest in peace. He huge community guy in Jackson, ran a fly fishing school there, and passed away before his second kid was born by a couple months. So it was a tough bounce for his wife, but she's a super strong lady, so she's getting by and has a big community to help her out. And then the other one is Joe Casey. And he was one of my dad's really close buddies growing up, and he was super close with me and like helped me through youth and stuff, helping me out at the rink. So just a shout out to those guys.
Yes, shout out to them. Okay, well, that helmet must mean a lot. And do you get a new one every year then?
Yeah.
I guess when you switch teams, you gotta, right? But dumb question for the day. Chalk that one up. Way to go, Brent. Okay, next one. Karuth Academy logo. What's this about? You starting an academy?
I did my first solo like head
instructor, your
instructor,
your thing.
Summer camp in Jackson Hole this summer.
All tenders?
Nope, players and tenders. Yeah, we ran a little different than most. I honestly liked the concept we did. We had 3 different age groups on the ice for 2 hours straight and then out of there. So we did an hour of drills and skills and like stuff with the goalies a little bit. And then the second hour was all games, 3-on-3, cross ice, Pepsi challenge, whatever, like shootout challenge or whatever. Just make up games. And then Friday was all games. So on the ice for 2 hours straight, parents pick you up, get out of there. No bullying in the locker room or playing whatever in the parking lot in between ice sessions or whatever. So I didn't have to deal with any upset parents for the most part.
Right. And then the not babysitting, but watching the kids off the ice is not part of the requirements, you could say.
Exactly. I'm not the full day babysitting. And
so who made up your logo? Because I know a guy,
you do know a guy,
Lee Freeman, that's made all these posters, folks. What a legend. Thank you, man.
Yeah, we did reach out to a few people, and I think we ended up just going it was kind of like busy after we kind of got out of Cardiff there pretty quickly, but my wife and my mom just chucked ideas back and forth. And then with the Karuth is on fire chant in Cardiff, we just went with the flame logo with the goal and the crease there. But it's up for change in the future if I stick with it.
Well, you know what? Lee's like, he's like, he's like the Gretzky of design. So if you want him to take a look, I know a guy. Okay. Next one made me laugh because you're having a beer, wearing a shirt that said gassed beers, chucking nucks. And what made me laugh is I forgot to tell the story out here, but this was when Colby was just a little bit younger and he was on the internet looking at hockey t-shirts or whatever he was on. And he says, Mom, I think you'll really like this shirt. And it said clapping bombs and wheeling moms. And he didn't realize what that meant. He thought the shirt was for the moms.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Good one for the wife.
He knows now though. What it meant. So yeah, that picture made me laugh. Okay.
It's a good shirt. It's a good party shirt. Good day drinking shirt.
Okay. Your sister got married this summer.
Oh yeah.
And I'm sure her entrance was great, but your entrance to the party was great too.
Yeah, my wife and I stole the show there for a little bit, but it was electric.
Well, do you want to tell the story of what I saw in that short video, or it's a poster pic too?
It is a poster pic. So my sister did.
I can't believe you can actually do that. You lassoed her, like first try.
Oh yeah, roped her. There was some practice going on. All my buddies have roped or do rope, like team roping in the rodeo. So they helped me out a little bit prior to that. But yeah, my sister did the typical millennial thing. Everyone does an intro. And my wife and I were up first, and Kira actually came up with the idea. Give her some credit there.
Great idea.
Yeah, so I was nervous because it was all on me. If I missed, like it was
gonna look bad.
Over.
Yeah.
So
it's a lot of pressure.
Yeah,
I've always wondered that about cowboys, right? You only get the one shot, right? How do they get it every time? I don't get that.
Took it like a champ, and then I got a little heat for celebrating and not helping her back up, but
you just tied her up and left her.
Tied her up, hit the time, and that was it. But, got a little heat from the grandmas for leaving her there, but yeah, that was good.
Well, I thought that was probably the best entrance to a wedding I've seen because a lot of people get a bit repetitive, right? There's the person throwing the line out, and the person pretend to be a fish. I've never seen someone get lassoed.
Yeah, we got on a little ranch Instagram thing, went a little viral. My wife likes to think we went viral, but we did not. But Slapdick Cattle Co. put it on there.
Slapdick Cattle Co.
Yeah, Instagram, look it up. They got some funny stuff on there, some ranch stuff. But yeah, they put it on there.
So your buddies from home are like real cowboys, eh? Like they rope.
Yeah, they're the real deal. Yeah, the Morrises are the real deal.
You guys sound so cool out there. Jeez.
We aren't cool. Our friends are cool.
Well, we I guess kind of pretended to be cowboyish because we're from the country, but we're no cowboys,
Oh no, there's the real deal out there.
Gets into that. I'm watching the prequel to Yellowstone now. What's that one? 1877 or something?
Yeah, 1877.
Yeah. Beautiful out there, eh? Beautiful land. So that's where you're from, eh? Out that way.
That's where I'm from.
Things you learn that, you're a hockey player from there. That's weird. Not many hockey players from there, though. So that's another thing that's came up in the shed, though, is, how small the hockey world is you're from there, but you made their whole family move to Chicago to play AAA, and you ended up on Phil Bushbacker's team. Shed guy.
Oh, no, I moved away from home for that. My parents lived in Minnesota, but I did play on Phil's team.
Minnesota?
My parents moved to Minnesota, then I moved to Chicago.
That first episode with the full dive deep, that first episode, that's a long time ago now. So you guys went to Minnesota, played minor hockey in Minnesota, and then you go to Chicago to play under 18.
Yeah, I got the boot out of the house at 14 to go play with Phil Bushbacher and company.
So you're staying with like billets in Chicago then?
Yeah, billets.
And then do you meet Mosey then, or is it when you get to Wenatchee?
I met Mosey and Wenatchee. We probably played against each other though.
Isn't that interesting? Because Bushbacker and Mosey know each other from Chicago, and you're playing with him, and it's a small world when you get talking around your shed.
Oh yeah, Philly's a good guy. How was he's in France again as a player / trainer?
That's right. Yeah, and he's a scout, and he's a video coach, and he's got a lot. Yeah, he's got a lot going on. Okay, anyways, moving on though, or not moving on. I'm going back to the poster pics because your sister's wedding looked awesome. And you had a couple pictures for the poster where you're with your gal with the mountains behind you in one. And then the other one, a beautiful sunset and mountains, eh?
Yeah. So I think the sunset one is at my sister's wedding venue.
Talk about a beautiful place for a wedding, eh?
Oh yeah, it lined up perfectly, like with the sunset obviously and the clouds. They do this cool thing with the horses when they say their vows at the end. They have a dog make the horses run behind them, so there's like wild looking horses running directly behind them while they're kissing or whatever. So that was
really
pretty crazy.
That is crazy.
Yeah, so that was kind of cool to watch. And then like
the horses just follow the dog.
No, the dog makes them run. Like he herds them and they go full sprint past, full gallop past everyone. So
and then they got then they're fenced in, I'm assuming.
They're fenced in, yeah. Then
they just get them. They get them
grass.
Yeah, I got you.
The party.
Okay. So, anyways,
Banff. We went to Banff, my wife and I.
That looks beautiful too. You guys are living.
Yeah, we're living.
Okay. So folks in Denmark, I don't know if you've heard this yet, but he likes Twix, and I think we're gonna start throwing them soon, right, guys? How was a Danish training camp?
It was good. Honestly, it was.
So from my experiences, Germany's was totally nuts with the one coach I had, totally insane. And Denmark was like normal. It's like a good training camp to get ready for the season.
Yeah, I would say Denmark's was pretty tame. We took a lot of injuries.
That sucks.
I think that was just like minor tweaks and stuff. Guys just taking their time, but at Germany, I had a North American coach, or not North American, UK coach, Corey Nielsen. But
that was your coach there?
Yeah, he was pretty hard. Like his practices are 2+ hours.
Ew.
Yeah, he goes
the whole hard. Year.
Maybe about, I would say probably 65% of the time, 2 hours minimum.
I met him at the testimonial. He was a beauty.
He's a great dude.
Hilarious.
Yeah. Him and I get along very well. So
right. Yeah, he's hilarious. His son's gonna come on. Corey not coming on. Said he won't.
No, he won't do that. But Cade is a good guy. He pretty much lived at my house when he was visiting his dad and Vice Foster, feeding my dog full slices of pizza.
He seems like a hockey guy.
Oh, unbelievable, dude. Oh, the best. And
I didn't get to talk to him much, right? But with GB, he's running amok.
Forward up in GB. Oh my goodness.
And then you can take that shit right into college with you, right? Then we give him a little shed boost. You never know what can happen.
Never know.
That was a picture I got sent to you. It's interesting how I can feel like the world's really small right here from my shed. Because like I get videos of like Sheffield and Mosey coming out for games. I get videos of the Devils. And then I get pictures of you in the crowd wearing a Sheffield Steelers Mosey jersey.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. You know what? I hear a lot of stuff in my shed.
Steering it up on my way out of town.
Yeah. Al, it's drama, right? Yeah.
The UK loves drama.
You're right. There's a lot of it.
They love it out there.
Yeah. People told me you were going to end up playing for the Orange someday. Not that I'm trying to stir things up, but that's what people told me. But then they signed some goalie for the
6 round long enough. Who knows?
Yeah. Did you see Mosey come out in that video someone sent me though? Did you see how hot he came out of that tunnel?
Well, he's not a slow skater. He's not slow.
Holy moly. And that's after cheeseburgers for pregame. He's buzzing around like that. Jeepers.
I wish he could stick handle while going that fast too. It'd be crazy.
There's a lot of people in the hockey world that could skate really fast, but then they just lose the handle once they get going, eh? Mosey's not one of those guys.
That fast.
Mosey's not one of those guys. There are those guys, though. They can get going real fast. But he is fast and can stick handle the puck, right?
He's a pretty good little player.
Have you had a hot dog in Denmark yet?
Yeah, we had a, I don't know if it was a hot dog. I think it was, but we had like a.
You don't know if it was a hot dog? What do you,
Well,
what
it
do
didn't
you
look
mean?
like a North American hot dog.
You mean like it was half sausage, or what are you saying?
No, it was like quite large, but like no one was eating them with the bun.
Nobody was eating it with the bun? Because I thought that was the best part of Denmark's hot dog.
You mean
game.
the ones in like the concession stand that they shove in there?
They just jam it in there and into the pocket,
Yeah.
right? They put the wiener right into the pocket. But then you gotta pre-squirt the sauce before you jam the hot dog
It's
into
just
the
sitting at the
pocket,
bottom.
right? The
I
sauce
did see
doesn't come
that,
out
yeah.
when you put it into the pocket. You gotta pre-squirt the pocket before you jam the wiener into the pocket, right?
I did not see. I saw it at the women's worlds, but I have not taken part in one yet.
Well, you got to try jamming it in the pocket with the sauce. But the weird part is they're doing it with this other sauce. They call it remoulade, and they're putting that on their hot dogs.
It's like mustard and mayo, I think, mixed.
You think that's what it is? Wouldn't they
I don't
just
know,
put
because
mustard and mayo on?
I had a hot dog at this volunteer event, and this guy was giving me the gears why I wasn't using their sauce.
It's not good. You should have said that to him. Say it's not good. It's not good
But
on a hot dog.
I also was the only one that put my hot dog in a bun and ate with my hands like a real man.
Yeah, I understand. Their hot dogs are it's a different, but they all have different ways of eating their hot dogs and sausages too, right? Like in Germany, each hot dog you kind of like there's ones you eat with this and ones you eat with that. And you know, I think you're
like
eating a wiener you're not supposed to put a bun on.
Have you noticed that the Europeans do not like to eat with their hands? Like even a burger, they'll cut with a fork and knife.
Right. And that you can get into those things when you're over there, right? When in Rome.
I don't know.
Did you ever
Down
do
the
ketchup? Did you ever do ketchup and mayonnaise on your fries at McDonald's?
No,
Really? You really hold back, eh?
I'm a simple guy. You know that.
Well,
Simple guy when it comes to taste buds.
once you try it, you know, it's actually not that bad. So, anyways, okay. Some of your teammates this year that I remember, Joachim Linnet, big, tall, left-handed shot, right?
Yoakum, yeah, he's pretty good. 6 foot. Well, we only have 2 righties on our team, so everyone's lefty.
2 righties on your team.
Yeah.
Most of your team is from Herning.
Yeah. Well,
That's
it's a hockey
cool.
hotbed, like we said.
It is, and that's cool when a pro team can have a lot of their hometown boys on their team. The UK has always confused me. Ben Bounds in Cardiff, Jonathan Phillips in Sheffield. Like, if you could play for your hometown team and make a living being a pro hockey player, man, that'd be pretty cool, right?
You would think.
Yeah. Denmark, they do stay in their hometown a lot, but you know, Hernings, that's why they're usually good, right? They got good hometown guys.
Yeah. The hometown discount. Who knows?
So just because the research team is so talented, I almost was going to say, I know your captain. But that is not. Morton's your captain. I played against his brother Anders, who was the captain when I played against him.
Okay.
So that's a bit of a hockey family.
Yeah, if he lives 2 doors down, I could throw a baseball at his house if I really gave her.
That's Morton.
Yep.
So his
Morton
brother used to
Olsen.
be the captain back when I was there. So yeah, good player though, eh?
He
Morton.
brings the intensity. Yeah, he's very, very intense, which is nice.
That is nice. You need that.
Good for me.
Yeah, it's good to have intense people around to make people better, right?
Yep.
So your team looks good then.
Yeah, we're getting there.
Ever heard of Casper Dine? Or
Asperdine.
Yeah,
No.
Dagan? No. He's a Herning legend. Played with him in Bietigheim. Won the championship with him. you know?
Okay.
But he used to be their GM, I think.
Okay.
After
Casper with a K?
Yeah,
Spelled it cool.
Casper
Oh,
with a
yeah.
K. Yeah,
Kind of a cool way of doing it.
he's a beauty. No, he should come to the shed. That's why I don't know how to track that little bugger down. So post-game meals in that league, I find it interesting. You eat in the arena in like a room together and then get on the bus. Has that started for you guys yet? Instead of getting
No.
on the bus and eating on the bus?
We have these little boxes, little hot boxes sitting outside the locker room so far, but we've only played once. So yeah.
Right. Well, that's
Hard
how it used to be in the old barns. Maybe these new
Twice.
fancy barns, they don't do it. You literally go up there and they've made you like somewhat of like a homemade meal, and like your team eats in the arena in a room.
Yeah, we've had some tough meals actually departing. Odin's gave us like 2 pieces of ham and a couple potatoes, and that was it. Tough bound.
Yeah, that's what I kind of
don't
want to bring up those meals. Yeah, there's like I remember in Sunderjyski, they one time brought out like a tray of eggs, right? Fried eggs that they had cracked all the eggs onto a baking sheet and then baked them all, and like 40 eggs all at once. Never seen anything like it. Baked.
Huh.
Yeah, and they were fine. Yeah.
I'll let you know.
Okay. Also
into the season here.
Denmark really enjoys to put corn on their salads. That's a fun fact for you.
Haven't had a salad yet.
Maybe mix one in then. Okay, so here's another one for you. You guys are married though, eh?
Yeah, I'm married.
Do you know what they do in Denmark if you're 25 years old and not married?
Yeah. I saw it online probably a week ago. I thought it was awesome.
So that happened.
Douse you in cinnamon.
Right. So that happened. A player on our team at Sunderjyski turned 25 and was not married. And he put on like goggles, swimming goggles, and went in the shower. And they threw so much cinnamon on his naked body. Yeah. They're forcing young men to get married in Denmark. Is that not strange?
Yeah, well, apparently not. Most of our guys.
So you know what they do at 30? You know what they do at 30, right?
Oh goodness, what?
It's not cinnamon now. Now they're forcing you even more. Now it's pepper. Not joking.
Oh wow.
They cover a person in pepper. Their naked body for not being married.
I feel like that would be a little more painful, like the little pellets.
You wouldn't want any open wounds, I don't think.
Well, you could rip them at people. Handfuls.
Yeah, weird. So got sent a couple pictures of your Blue Fox mascot from a fella I think you know, Rodney Rouse. Do you know him?
Okay.
His daughter Sophie Rouse was the Steelers social media gal last year. Now she's with Nottingham. He sent me a couple pictures of the Blue Fox mascot. It did not look like a healthy fox. It looked mangly, like it didn't look healthy. It looked like a sick fox that's about to die. Is that what your mascot looks like at games?
We're pesky, man. We're mangy.
Mangy, that's
stuff done though.
Just giving her. That was like what the team was like when we played against them. You're right.
Just get it done.
Just get it. Work hard.
Just work hard. Doesn't matter.
Okay. So the Danish language, it's a different one, eh?
Yeah, I've recognized a few words from Germany, but it's only like half of the word. So they make up the second half from somewhere.
Man, it's a wild language. I don't know. I'm not going to give you advice to try and learn it because I didn't try.
Well, I keep getting stuff in the mail. They like, yeah, give us 2,000 kroners, do this course, and we'll give you the 2,000 kroner back if you finish the course. You get it free. But
well, you got to finish the course. You got to finish the course.
I haven't finished a course in 10 years. So
well, it is fun to learn other languages, but Denmark doesn't look easy. And it's cool. Like I can speak the German I can, but I wish I would have got better. I wish I would have tried harder. But when I went over there, I never would have guessed I was going to stay there for 6 years. So, right? So.
Yeah. But every Danish person speaks probably better English than me. So as soon as they can tell I don't speak Danish, it's English, so there's no.
You're right. It's fine there. Everybody knows
They're not.
English.
Yeah, they're not forcing me to do it,
Mhm.
but
Okay.
which is kind of
Last cutting edge question then in the shed. I don't have much left. Okay. Here we go.
Right.
The money, the Danish kroners, that shit can get your mind all messed up trying to do the exchange rate, eh?
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, it's definitely not correct, but like 1,000 kroners is like $100, but that's off probably by $20. So I don't even know.
Really? What I thought I remembered was 750 kroners was 100 euros. But maybe it's way different now.
Well, currency changes.
Right. And it's been a long time since I was there.
That is true.
I think it'd be really fun if you won a gold helmet this year, and then we got to have a shed visit and you could wear the gold helmet.
Yeah, I do need, apparently for my board that I have, that I rode around in Cardiff that everyone knows about, apparently I need to wear a helmet in this town. If I get pulled over by the cops, they're going to tell me to put a helmet on. So that's my goal, is at the end of the year, have a gold helmet to ride around in. So
what was that? If you get pulled over in Herning?
Yeah, because Denmark's super cool. They got bike paths everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
So I would just shred on my board on the bike path
with your gold helmet
and
on.
With no helmet on, because I'm American and think I'm sweet, but I'm not. And so I need to get a helmet from the team to wear probably. But a gold one would be super cool.
I think so. My kid uses it as a bike helmet around the neighborhood sometimes. And we've used it for all sorts of things. There's a big thing in town here, Old Boys, where you dress up in costumes. I was wearing my gold helmet when I went for that party,
Yeah, it's
pretty versatile, the night you win one of those, which I think you just
it's a good conversation starter too,
Yeah, things can get carried away when you get a whole hockey team with gold helmets on. Yeah. Really carried away. So I can't wait to see how it all goes, but I just hope the Twix start, right? Don't be like the Glasgow clan where we were trying to get Mars thrown for Matthew Law and for Haywood. Like nothing. Two Mars bars. Two. We didn't even have enough for all the kids. There's 3 kids there. We only got 2 Mars bars. So don't be like them, Herning. Season starts this weekend. Let's get some Twix going. Let's get this fired up. We'll have some more Blue Foxes in the shed too, right?
We got it. Got to get the boat for sure, Perlini.
For sure, Perlini, and then get the GM that's a shed enthusiast or the board member. I'd like him on too. Okay.
Yeah, he was in the European tour for golf.
Really?
Back in the day. Yeah.
Really? Well, shout out to Kyle Rank, shed guy that just broke the Elmira course record from the Black Tees. Shot a 61. That's crazy.
That's wild.
Yeah, that's a lot better than me at golf. So anyways, you got anything else for your 7th shed visit?
I did have that story that I was going to tell you like a long time ago when I was playing in Cardiff in the CHL, but
what one's that?
It was a messy day in the CHL for me. I'll tell it. It's a little embarrassing, but I've told it to multiple people faces. So
embarrassing stories is not a problem in the shed.
Strap in here. So we were playing Lausanne for the 2nd time in their building, but we beat them in our building and we were playing Lausanne. I think we were down 1-0 going into the 3rd. Boys were playing well. And I drink a lot of BioSteel and put some salts in my Gatorade and stuff. And there's just a lot of liquids going on.
I remember now, you pooed your pants.
Yep. So, you just kind of, sometimes you fart out there and, whatever.
Just keep working.
And just so happens,
how much BioSteel are we talking here?
Oh, at least, so per game, probably 9 scoops.
Scoops.
Yeah.
See, I'm all natural. I've actually never had any.
Okay. So it's a lot. Water. It's a lot of electrolytes. It's a lot of like sodium and stuff. So which probably factored in to this incident. But made a save and felt a little gassy, went for it, and wasn't gassy, it was runny.
Right. Right down the leg.
No. Everything stayed tight, but
Good.
I was into the game, so I thought like 2-3 minutes left, no problem. Like
Yeah.
we'll get through this. Looked up at the clock, 18 minutes and 43 seconds left. So some decision, some self-talk was had.
Was it just soft? Wasn't like a nugget.
Just liquid.
Yeah. It's just wet and
wasn't great. Didn't feel great.
How'd you play like that?
That's what I told myself. I go, all right, if you let a goal in, if you let like a soft goal in, you're not mentally able to handle this. Like you've never dealt with this before. So, we'll see how it goes. And then also it's on national television in the area. So if you start seeing some things in your crease, time to get out.
Right.
So
you don't know how wet it is, right? You don't know how runny it is.
Yeah, you're not sure.
You're not sure if it's going to get through
I'm in full goalie gear. I can't even reach back there if I wanted.
I don't think it's going to get out, right? It's going to stay in there. But you're right. Your mind can play tricks on you, right?
Went well. I made a huge glove save the next play. I'm like, okay, we're sticking around.
We're fine.
And then we finished 1-0 or 2-0 with an empty net, and
shutout with poo in your pants, eh?
Yeah, the owners came in, and I was naked in the bathroom, just
cleaning up.
I don't know what they thought about me at that point. We had never met, but I ran out of their speech post game into the bathroom, and and then immediately into the shower and threw all of my stuff away. So
it'd be time to clean up, right? Once you get through that 18 minutes, it's probably post game speeches really don't mean that much.
So that was
poo in your pants. Yeah.
That was my Cardiff, the things I've done while playing hockey,
Yeah. No, it's a good story right? Like, I don't think
as an adult, you're one bad decision away from pooing your pants.
Well, and when it is runny, sometimes, when it does drop, there's just nothing you can do about it. And it's coming, whether you find somewhere to go or not, right?
Yeah. When you're in the blue paint, there's not a whole lot of places to hide.
So is it, geez, I don't know what I'm supposed to talk about in the shed, because what I would be asking you, if a whole bunch of folks weren't going to listen, I would say, well, have you cut back on all the BioSteel? Are you still going 9 scoops, and are you soft every time? Like, is it?
I think it's just the start of the year. My body's not used to the amount of sodium. And sometimes because I also put salt, like Himalayan salts in there, because I sweat profusely.
You put Himalayan salts into your drink.
Yeah.
And then you get diarrhea, and you keep doing it every game?
Well, yeah, because or else I cramp. So you gotta every year it's a little, you gotta play with the
you got to adjust with things, right? Just to try and keep it. You gotta stay, hydrated with the electrolytes, if you will, and the sodium.
You can't overdo it though.
With the Himalayan sea salts, or if you overdo it, you just may end up shitting yourself, right, folks?
Yeah. Mickelson told me that sometimes when he does that as well, his body just turns to liquid inside, but he's got more self-control than me. So
well, I'll say I can relate with you, but I wasn't on the ice. So
I feel like most adults can relate, just not maybe in a public podcast, but
right.
But
I'm glad that you're willing to share these stories, because folks,
it's good.
This is the exciting stuff that people don't know about. They would have seen you make that big save, and they're probably like, look at this guy. He feels so great. He's not thinking about anything but catching that puck. Meanwhile, you're like, geez, if I could just get a maintenance wipe in, I'd feel a lot better, right?
Need like an HVAC down here.
And this has been another episode of Zero Ales and Hockey Tales with Mac and Wally.